Hello everyone and welcome to CFC Fan TV. This is my post-match review where Chelsea have just gone through to the next round of the Carabao Cup after winning 3-2 against Derby at Stamford Bridge. As you can see, I'm still outside here. Majority of the fans, unfortunately, were very disappointed with today's performance. I don't blame them. I don't want to be too negative because we are through and these cup games are never easy. You never know what's going to happen. I suppose you do need a little bit of luck because even if you are playing against a lesser team, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a slam dunk and you're gonna go through. So I think firstly let's mention Frank Lampard, how fantastic he was to come back to acknowledge all the fans. I think sort of serenaded and clapped him for the majority of that game, and I thought that was really lovely. And yeah, you know, it was great to have him back, I suppose. And even though him and Jody were on the other side, it still felt a little bit more homely in there. So that was fantastic to have them back. But overall on the game, you know, I thought we got very lucky today. I thought our defence was shocking. I think you can see what happens when you take Rudiger out of the back line. I'm not saying Christian had the best game, and I'm not surprised Sarri took him off, but out of the two, I would have taken Cahill off instead. I think he feels obliged to play Cahill because he's thinking of leaving and whatever else, and I expect he probably will leave around January, if not definitely in the summer, because he'll still think that, you know, he's capable of playing first team football. But today now our back line was good. Didn't think Emerson was particularly good. I don't think Zappacosta had the game of his life, although I don't think he was particularly terrible. I just thought the four together did not work well, and I think what happens is when you take our back line away, you know, that's when you can appreciate the likes of Alonso and Rudiger and, you know, whoever else comes under fire quite a lot. So yeah, wasn't the best game there. Midfield again was a little bit shaky. I did think Loftus-Cheek had a very good game. I don't think, for those of you that are wondering why Sarri took him off, I don't think it was due to anything he did during the game. I think we're thinking ahead in the Premier League at the weekend, and obviously we need our best players to be, you know, as well, we don't want them to be tired. So I thought that was tactical from Sarri, and I thought that was a very good decision. If we're talking about Derby, I thought they were very impressive today. I think obviously their two own goals were not good, Tomori. But again, to come back from that and to score another two goals, I thought was very, very good. And I think Frank Lampard is getting Frank and Jody are getting a really good response from the players. I think they're doing such a fantastic job. So I knew today wouldn't be easy. I thought I had it down 2-2 and it was going to go into extra time. So I think we got very lucky to score a third goal with Fabregas. But yeah, it wasn't the best performance. There's no star players today for me on the Chelsea side. We could go on all day about Morata, but we know that situation is the same as what it is. And I think the thing that annoys fans most is his inconsistency. So you think if he scores at the weekend that he's going to continue on that run of form. It doesn't really happen. And I think a lot of that is actually just due to the fact that I don't think he should be our first choice. And obviously we've got a few injuries here and there. I'm hoping Hazard is back fit for the weekend along with Giroud. I'm hoping that they're both fully fit because we need them. We need those options for the Premier League. I don't want to go into games without them. So yeah, overall not the best game. We have drawn Bournemouth. I don't know if you guys have seen the draw yet, but we've drawn Bournemouth in the next round, which I think is a very, very good draw for us. Maybe you wanted somebody a little bit more crap, but it's just not going to happen. That's not the way it goes. We could have ended up with Arsenal or Tottenham, and they've ended up with each other. So I'm sure that's going to be one hell of a game. I'm definitely going to watch it. And Troops, if you're listening, you've got one job, because I'm definitely not an Arsenal fan, but I don't want to see Spurs win anything at any time. So you've got one job to do there, and I'll be supporting you on that day, if anyone. Anyway, guys, comment below what did you think of today's game. And yeah, it's a shame I can't talk about a few more star performances today, but it just wasn't happening.